Hey guys, it's Brian. Welcome to the Awards Contender. We are less than a month away from the 97th Academy Awards, and I thought it was finally time to talk about Fernanda Torres and I'm Still Here in their own video. I have talked about this incredible film and this amazing actress in a few prediction videos throughout the months. Ever since I saw this movie at the Toronto Film Festival last September, I have been championing this film. I think it's one of the great movies of the last couple years. And right now, I don't know how you're feeling, but I'm Still Here every single day is growing in strength. And with all of the chaos going on right now during award season, with this long lull we've had between the Globes like a month ago to Critics' Choice and then BAFTA and SAG and the Oscars and everything, I'm Still Here is that potential spoiler. It is a film that can win big at the Oscars, and in this video I'm going to give you 10 reasons why I do think I'm Still Here can overperform at the Oscars next month. Let's start with number one, that Golden Globe win in Best Actress in a Motion Picture Drama for Fernanda Torres. Now, I was so happy when she got the nomination at the Globes. I thought that was one of the most inspired Golden Globe nominations this year. I didn't really think she would win, up against Nicole Kidman for Baby Girl and Angelina Jolie for Maria. I feel like most of us assumed Jolie was going to take that. In early January, most of us thought that she was going to get in at the Oscars. Angelina Jolie playing a real-life figure, an opera singer, in a film from the director who made Jackie and Spencer. Jolie, who's won an Oscar, got a nomination in Best Actress for Changeling. We thought she was going to get the Oscar nomination for Maria, so she seemed the likely person to win the Golden Globe for Best Actress in a Motion Picture Drama, but it wasn't Jolie. It turned out to be Fernanda Torres, and I don't know about you, I cheered at that moment. That was so freaking awesome. It was so well deserved. First of all, she is incredible in I'm Still Here, and the timing of that win was perfect. As Oscar voting was heating up and, they extended it for a few days and people were starting to discover I'm Still Here and Fernanda Torres' performance, one of the big question marks this season, I would say, is if Torres had not won the Golden Globe, would she have gotten the Oscar nomination? It's not certain. Maybe it still would have happened, but I do think that Globe win for Torres was so pivotal, so crucial for the growing momentum of I'm Still Here, getting more eyeballs on that film and her performance. That timing was so important. And I do think going into this final month of award season and there being a lot of uncertainty in many of these categories, including Best Actress, I would say, and including Best Picture and Best International Feature, I'm Still Here is hitting the mark at just the right time, and I do think a big part of that is the aftermath of that Golden Globe win for Torres. We're gonna talk about Best Actress at the Oscars and what is the path necessarily for Torres to win because she's not nominated at Critics' Choice or SAG or BAFTA. She's got a very tall mountain to climb, right? But I still think, as of this moment, there is a path, and we'll get into it. Number two, I would say, is that shocker Best Picture Oscar nomination for I'm Still Here. That was the most surprising nomination in the top 8 categories by far, I would say. Usually every year we get a shocker in the acting categories, and we didn't really get that this year. Sebastian Stan and Best Actor was kind of a surprise. And some people were not even predicting Fernanda Torres to get into Best Actress, even at the end there. And I was like, she's gonna get it. It's happening. But in Best Picture, there's typically not a huge surprise. And so if you watch my reaction video back, I'm it doesn't even register for me at first that I'm Still Here is in Best Picture. I'm like, wait, what? Whoa! Okay, I think most of us thought I'm Still Here would get into International Feature and that it would get into Best Actress for Torres, but Best Picture seemed unlikely, especially when the film did not get into Best Adapted Screenplay. You would think if like that film was growing and like had a shot at Best Picture, it also would have shown up in Best Adapted Screenplay, like over Sing Sing, which did not get into picture, so that was kind of weird. But what's so great about I'm Still Here getting into Best Picture is that more people are going to watch it now. I do think if I'm Still Here had only gotten into International Feature and Actress, Torres, like her chances would be extremely low without getting into those other precursor ceremonies. Because her movie is also in picture, that means a lot of people will be watching it. Many Academy voters are going to catch up with that movie and realize just how great it is. I mean, I feel like by the end of 2024, not a whole lot of people had seen I'm Still Here. I saw it at Tiff in September. I was telling everybody how great it was. I feel like even November, December, there wasn't a whole lot of like buzz around the movie. Like there was a little bit, but it's almost like it took Torres winning the Golden Globe and the movie getting into picture for people to like open their eyes to this movie, because it's so fantastic in a variety of ways and it deserves that Best Picture nomination. I think it's absolutely inspired, and I do think because of that movie getting into picture, it now has a better chance of potentially winning International Feature and Actress. Number 3 is the captivating real-life story of I'm Still Here. You know, going back decades at the Oscars, typically if your movie is based on a true story, it can help you win at the Oscars. If I'm Still Here was an original script totally made up, I feel like that could hurt its chances a little bit, especially to win things at the Oscars, but because it's based on real events, that is also a reason why I'm getting the sense that I'm Still Here might do better on Oscars nights than some might be thinking. I mean, look at what won Best Picture last year. Oppenheimer. Based on a real person, based on real events. I mean, sometimes Best Picture goes to an original property like Everything Everywhere All at Once, but there's always going to be those Academy members who gravitate toward a little bit more of like the old-fashioned kind of storytelling that the Academy went for a lot in decades past. And like this year at the Oscars in that Best Picture lineup, I'm Still Here is going to appeal to a large branch of Academy voters. Many people who catch up with this movie are really going to take to it, and part of it is going to be for that real life aspects. I think that's going to help. Reason number 4, I think Fernanda Torres and I'm Still Here can do well at the Oscars is the heavily international voting body. I feel like in the last 5 years especially, the Academy has skewed a little bit more international. I mean, look at what happened last year, when almost every single Oscar win lined up with the films that won at BAFTA. Wasn't it just like one category went a different way? Basically, if you were predicting the 96th Academy Awards a year ago, if you had just checked off everything that won at BAFTA, you would have done fantastic. And so I think with I'm Still Here being a movie from Brazil, an international movie, I feel like with the large body of international voters that are in the Academy, that is also going to help I'm Still Here. It's going to drive up a lot of passion. There's going to be a lot of word of mouth going into these final days of Oscar voting. I feel like the timing of this movie was just right. And I feel like with so many international voters in the Academy right now, like, I'm Still Here could do a lot better than some of you are predicting. Reason number 5 is that Sony Pictures Classics, which is handling I'm Still Here, is very savvy at campaigning. Like, they got Parallel Mothers in a few years ago. Many people were not predicting Penelope Cruz to even get that nomination, and it happened. She got into Best Actress in early 2022. She didn't really have a shot to win that year because Parallel Mothers did not get into Best Picture, But because I'm Still Here is in picture, and with all of the campaigning from Sony Pictures Classics, like behind the scenes, all the hard work they're doing, they're gonna do everything they can to get especially Fernanda Torres, I'd say, that Oscar win. Number 6, the intense fan base from Brazil. Holy cow. Okay, so like ever since I first tweeted about I'm Still Here in mid-September, I have been hearing from hundreds and thousands of Brazilian fans of Fernanda Torres and I'm Still Here. And it's only become more intense as the weeks have gone on. I mean, people love Fernanda Torres and this movie in Brazil. And I think that's so awesome. Like, she is a rock star over there. Like, she is like the absolute pinnacle of celebrity, of great talent. Just like the absolute peak of beautiful artistry. Like, when it comes to acting, performances, they really love her there. And her Brazilian fan base has been pushing her big time over the last few months. Don't think I haven't noticed. Don't think other people haven't noticed. Like, it's been unlike anything I've ever seen. Studying and predicting the Oscars going back many years, I have never seen anything like this. And I think it's great. You know, for this film and that performance, I think it's awesome. And I do think that push has helped more people see I'm Still Here and appreciate that Fernanda Torres performance. Like, they are doing everything they can to get Fernanda Torres an Academy Award win in Best Actress, and who knows, it might work. Number 7 is the Amelia Perez backlash. Okay, so I just put up a video a few days ago talking about the chaos right now. This nasty award season when it comes to Amelia Perez and everything that's been going down. I'm not going to talk about it again in this video. You can go watch that one. But like, as of right now, it's not looking very good for Amelia Perez. I mean, not to say that Carla Sofia Gascon was ever going to win Best Actress at the Oscars. I never thought that would happen or could even be a possibility. But in Best International Feature, like, Amelia Perez has 13 Oscar nominations. Many would assume it's probably going to win 5 or 6 or 7 trophies, maybe more. Right now, it's not looking like it's going to win more than maybe 2 or 3. Like, Zoe Saldana, as of this moment, looks to be the likeliest person who could win a big prize for that movie in Best Supporting Actress. I don't think Amelia Perez is winning Best Picture or Best Director, obviously not Best Actress. Not Best Adapted Screenplay. You would think, okay, well, even if it could only get Supporting Actress, maybe win Best Original Song, it's probably winning Best International Feature, right? Amelia Perez could at least win that. I'm not feeling it right now, guys. As of right now, I don't think Amelia Perez is winning Best International Feature. I think this backlash is going to have a huge effect on Academy voters. And even though they might vote for it in a handful of categories, I don't think they're going to give their vote to Amelia Perez in International Feature, especially when right there you have I'm Still Here, which is growing in strength with each passing day. Oscar voting ends, I believe, on February 18th. So we're about 2 weeks out, and you know, that's another 2 weeks for people to keep discovering I'm Still Here, lifting it up, like considering Fernanda Torres to win in Best Actress. I mean, we'll see what happens in Actress. It's kind of a bloodbath. Again, Torres has an uphill climb to win that one. In some ways right now, I think the easiest prize for I'm Still Here to get is International Feature Film. And I think it's happening. Like, I think it's going to beat Amelia Perez. I was kind of feeling that even before all of this intense backlash came out over the last few days. And right now, I think, yeah, I think I'm Still Here is winning Best International Feature. Number 8 is the potential genre bias toward Demi Moore in The Substance. So you ask most people right now, they're going to say that Demi Moore is the frontrunner to win Best Actress at the Oscars. She's got a great narrative. It's a comeback story, a big actress of the 80s and 90s, who's faded a little bit over the last 20 years or so, comes back with this amazing performance in a bonkers great film, The Substance. She won the other Golden Globe in Best Actress in a Motion Picture, Comedy, or Musical, and she has gotten in everywhere, right? She got in at Critics' Choice and SAG and BAFTA and the Oscars. And The Substance got into Best Picture. It got into Best Director for Coralie Farja, which is great. It got into Original Screenplay. It got into Makeup. And so, The Substance did well on Oscar nominations morning. And with her narrative, it makes sense that Demi Moore is the frontrunner to win the Oscar over Fernanda Torres. And look, Demi Moore could still very much win the Oscar. If she wins Critics' Choice and BAFTA and SAG, I do think it's over. I think Moore wins at the end of the day. Here are two things that could happen to make me think, I think Fernanda Torres could pull this off. The first thing is if Demi Moore does not win the other precursors. I think she can lose Critics' Choice, let's say to Mikey Madison for Anora. Even if Demi Moore was to lose Critics' Choice, but she could still win BAFTA and SAG, I think she probably still wins the Oscar. But I'm gonna say right now, if Demi Moore loses BAFTA or SAG to someone else, Fernanda Torres could very well win the Oscar. Torres just needs Demi Moore to slip up somewhere along the way at one of those very big precursor ceremonies, BAFTA and SAG, and then she will have a path, even though she's not even nominated at BAFTA, SAG, or Critics' Choice. If there's any uncertainty about Moore, once we get to these last two giant precursors, then Torres could do it. Because the other thing that still gives me a little bit of pause about Demi Moore, especially when we get to BAFTA, I would say, even more so than SAG, will there be enough genre bias against The Substance for her to ultimately lose to someone else? And even at the Oscars, I've talked about this a lot going back months when I wasn't even predicting Demi Moore to get the Oscar nomination. I was just as great as The Substance is, there's going to be so many Academy members who don't like that movie, who don't respond to her performance in that film, who might not even make it to the end. That's always given me a little bit of pause. We're all so confident about Demi Moore winning everything in Best Actress and winning the Oscar. You have to remember, she's only won the Golden Globe. As of this recording, she's only won the Globe. So, things can still happen. There could be enough Academy members who just do not like The Substance. They may be into Demi Moore's comeback narrative and everything, but just at the end of the day, they say, I like I'm Still Here better. I like Fernanda Torres better. So my vote is going to Torres, even though it's going to be hard to predict Torres at the end of the day, because again, she's not a part of these upcoming precursor ceremonies. Every single day that passes, I'm getting the sense that if Moore stumbles anywhere between now and the end of February, we could be looking at Academy Award winner Fernanda Torres. Reason number 9, speaking about great narratives, Fernanda Torres has an amazing narrative when it comes to her mom, Fernanda Montenegro, who got her Oscar nomination at the end of the 90s for Central Station, a movie also directed by Walter Salles, who made I Am Still Here. Montenegro in early 1999 was looked at as the really great nominee in Best Actress at the Oscars, but because enough people, I guess, didn't know who she was, maybe enough people just didn't watch Central Station, that film was not in Best Picture. That Gwyneth Paltrow ultimately won Best Actress that year for Shakespeare in Love. Not one of the best victories at the Oscars in that category. Now, more than 25 years later, we have Montenegro's daughter nominated for Best Actress. Montenegro is in I'm Still Here at the end, like playing an older version of Torres's character, so there's that overlap, which is really great. And it's almost like if Torres could win the Oscar for Best Actress, it would, in a way, make up for Montenegro losing for Central Station back in 1999. There's that beautiful footage of Montenegro reacting so enthusiastically to Torres winning the Golden Globe. I would love to see that happen for Montenegro again on Oscar night, seeing her daughter win Best Actress at the Oscars. I mean, come on. That would be pretty freaking awesome. So yeah, I think the Montenegro-Torres connection, like that narrative story, is also really appealing for voters. So that could also help Torres potentially win the Oscar for Best Actress. And finally, number 10, that standing ovation for I'm Still Here at the Toronto Film Festival. So in September, I attended Tiff for the very first time, and going into that festival, I was pretty aware of like the top awards contenders like Nora, The Brutalist, and Conclave and things. But one day I had a gap in my schedule in the afternoon, and I had seen I'm Still Here listed on one website as a movie to see at TIFF. I didn't know anything about it, but I took a chance, and I saw it with a giant crowd. The movie started, and I'm like, I don't know what this is going to be. Hopefully it's a good movie. I don't know anything. And just wow. Just frickin' wow when it came to I'm Still Here. What a beautiful story, well directed, well written. Fernanda Torres broke my heart in this movie. I mean, I was so taken with her performance. I was in tears at the end, and when the lights came up, everybody in the theater got up on their feet, gave director Walter Salles a standing ovation. I mean, it might have lasted more than a minute. It went on for a long time. I saw like 20 films at TIFF. I'm Still Here was the only film I attended that week that got a standing ovation. And I was looking around, people were in tears all around me. Like clearly this movie had had a major effect on the audience. So I kind of knew that day, like, wow, if enough people can see this movie, can see Fernanda Torres in this film, this could be an awards contender. This could be a movie that could win at the Oscars. And here we are in February with the Academy Awards just a few weeks away. And it is looking like I'm Still Here, even though it only has those 3 Oscar nominations, could potentially win 1 or 2 or maybe even 3. I mean, it's very unlikely, I would say, for I'm Still Here to win Best Picture, especially without a nomination in Best Adapted Screenplay. But this is not like last year when Oppenheimer, from the beginning, was clearly going to win Best Picture. Right now, we don't really know what's going to win Picture. It could be Nora. It could be The Brutalist. It could be Conclave. It's probably not going to be Amelia Perez. It could be Wicked, maybe. I mean, there's a few movies that can win Best Picture at the Oscars this year. But as of this moment, it's not very clear what it's going to be. So because there are a bunch of candidates, I would say, well, if enough people are watching and loving I'm Still Here, it was the big shocker nomination. What if it was the big shocker win in Best Picture? It's very unlikely, I would say, but it is not outside the realm of possibility. So yeah, those are my 10 reasons why I do think Fernanda Torres and I'm Still Here could potentially do very well on Oscars nights. There's still a long ways to go. There's still Critics' Choice and BAFTA and SAG, and we'll see how things shake out over the next few weeks. But like, I don't know about you. I'm feeling pretty good about Fernanda Torres and I'm Still Here. And if that movie can win a few prizes on Oscars night, I think all of us are going to have a reason to celebrate. Thanks so much for watching and subscribing, and let me know in the comments below, do you think I'm Still Here could win big at the 97th Academy Awards? I'll see you next time at the Awards Contender.